the station that's on your side. This is News 12, NBC 26 at 11.
The bell of hope rang out at St. Paul's Chapel in New York City this morning, marking the moment the first of two planes hit the World Trade Center on 9/11. Here at home, people gathered to honor the victims of that terrorist attack on the 21st anniversary. And Augusta University partnered with the city to host the Tunnel to Towers Run Saturday, while Fort Gordon held their remembrance ceremony on the anniversary. Our Sydney Hood was there this morning as people reflected on the lives lost. She joins us live now in the studio. Sydney, how were these events of remembrance?
Almost everyone knows where they were doing or where they were on September 11th, 2001. While retired fireman Rick Duran spends his time in Aiken these days, I spoke with him today about his time in New York 21 years ago and why he continues to share his story each year. Sounds of sirens from that Tuesday morning still live with Rick Duran.
As we crawled under things to get to the pile, there was nothing but steel and dust and paper. There wasn't one phone, one file cabinet, one table, nothing. Just dust and paper and steel. That's it.
It started out like any other day for him until the unthinkable happened.
It appeared though a small plane, a plane, had hit the towers. We got to my firehouse, and then at that time the second plane hit. We knew we had trouble.
Duran arrived as the second tower of the World Trade Center disappeared.
A bunch of us had to dive under some trucks and stuff.
He spent the next 3 months in the rubble. Bells ring at Lakeside Baptist, honoring the nearly 400 first responders who lost their lives. As the cannon blasts at Fort Gordon, a moment of silence follows.
We swore that we would never forget. We meant it when we said it.
Time passes on and the plea to never forget grows.
When we say never forget, that means that we have to pass on the experiences that we lived through to ensure that the next generation understands the significance.
Duran, along with countless others, continue to share their stories to ensure generations to come never forget what happened on that September morning 21 years ago.
Powerful voices from the community. Thank you so much, Sydney Hood, for that story. Mourners around the country gathered at the scenes of tragedy.
To 86 for today. We'll talk more about below average temperatures and lower humidity for the week ahead coming up.
Regionally, a 17-year-old girl at the center of a missing person case this weekend has been found safe. The FBI says Emma Linek walked into an Atlanta police department this afternoon. She has since been returned with her family. 4 people are dead and another is injured after a car crash involving a train in South Carolina Saturday night. It happened in Florence, about halfway between Columbia and Myrtle Beach. A witness says they say an SUV speeding toward the railroad crossing when the driver lost control trying to go around the crossing gate after it came down.
The vehicle plowed into the locomotive. I mean, it was crazy that the rails were down and the locomotive was halfway through the intersection and you still think you can go 80, 90 miles an hour.
Victims' ages range from 27 to 46 years old. Details on the condition of the person injured were not available. Happening tomorrow, Augusta University is hosting a celebration of life event for the late Dr. William Bloodworth. Bloodworth served as president of the university for 18 years and passed away August 29th at the age of 79. The event will be at the Maxwell Theater on the Somerville campus. It starts at 11 in the morning. And there's a new resource for Georgia voters.
12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent.
Heads up, drivers, GDOT is opening a new I-20 on-ramp heading westbound from exit 1. This is a look at the renderings of the Transportation Department's website, showing what the bridge will look like after construction is finished in a couple of years. For now, crews are going to close some lanes Monday and Tuesday night in order to shift the barrier wall.
And as far as out the max